Hello, this is Grady with Triple Z Resale. I'm coming to you with part 2 of my reverse haul video. On part 1, which is linked down in the comment in the description below, you can get a link to that video. But in part 1, you see me setting up to have a yard sale. So I'm calling this a reverse haul video because normally I'm the one going out to yard sales, scavenging, I'm going to estate sales, I'm going to thrift stores, I'm bidding at auctions, I'm doing all these things to source inventory, and then I create some haul videos, which you can see on my channel. But in this case, I had so much stuff in my warehouse, in my shed, basically. I have a 12 by 12 space. And it was getting really full. Even though I have a good organizational system and I know where my stuff is, I was just running out of room. My bins were getting full and my shelves were getting full. So it was time to make room. Fourth quarter is coming up. Christmas sales, the biggest 3 months of sales of the year, are straight ahead. And it was time to make some room for more inventory. How did I want to do that? I decided to have a yard sale. In that video, you see me setting up, you see me getting things displayed and being all optimistic about how the results were going to be. So how did it go? I had just over $250 in sales between the 2 days, which fell short of where I was hoping to land, but at the same time, to make $250 over 2 days is pretty good, especially for things that I wanted out of my space and that I wanted out of my inventory. The marketing that I did, I definitely had people show up from Craigslist, for sure. Craigslist is always dependable for yard sales and garage sales. I had a lot of people interested from the Facebook ad, so I put an ad on the Facebook Marketplace, and I know I had people responding to that. I actually had a fellow reseller, fellow scavenger, texting me about the t-shirts, and he said, is there any chance I could come by and see them, even though it wasn't like during yard sale hours? And I was like, yeah, for sure, come right now. Like, I'll pull the sheet off and you can check out all the stuff. You'll have it all to yourself. So he liked that. He showed up with his girlfriend and they spent $25, and they sell on Etsy. So I thought that was cool. Slightly different marketplace. They sell only vintage stuff is what he said. So, that was a fun one. And again, that was me just being willing to not just stick to my yard sale hours, because I invited that person over at 4 in the afternoon basically to scavenge around on my porch. And then with the Facebook event, I created a Facebook event and I invited about 70 people from my Facebook friends, as well as made it a public event. And I know that 4 or 5 people shared my post, and so I know that that event was circulating through the Facebook world, and I had a lot of people clicking they were interested in going or that they're coming to my event. I actually had a number of my friends actually showed up, which is really great to feel that love, feel that support. You know who you are. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. And it was nice to visit with people. So it was kind of like this combination of, doing a sale, which is this strictly business, proprietary kind of money-making thing. But at the same time, I'm interacting with my community. I'm reminding people what my business is and what I do, because I do want more consignment business. I want people who need to sell things to use me and trust me to sell their things on eBay, and I do a very good job for my consignment sellers. So in that sense, all of this was helping to sort of make people aware of my brand. I know this sounds silly, like I'm having a yard sale, I'm talking about my brand, but no, seriously, this is how it starts. This is how you build a business. Certainly, as far as meeting people locally in Tucson, that's my best chance to get consignment sellers. I mean, if any of you watching this video want to send me stuff for consignment, I am 100% all for it, and we will have a good professional working relationship, and I will make you money. But I know that most likely most of my consignment sellers are going to come from Tucson. So in that sense, this was a good promotional opportunity. I got to hand out some business cards. I got to talk shop with a few people. Some of the things that sold, I sold a futon. I sold an antique rocking chair from the 1800s. I sold both my mannequin dress forms. I sold a number of rock and roll t-shirts and vintage shirts. I sold about 3 antique dolls. I sold a lot of the vintage hats, like the vintage women's hats. I think I sold all of them but 2. I sold all the wooden bowls, the vintage wooden bowls. I sold various clothing and teacher items and glasses and just whatever, random stuff. What didn't sell, if I would have sold one piece of artwork, it would have added, if it was a low-end piece of artwork, it would have added $100 to my sale. If it was a high-end piece of artwork, it would have added $1,000. I mean, how crazy would that be to have a yard sale and sell a piece of signed art for $1,000? That would have been magnificent. But it didn't happen. as was probably to be expected, yard sales are probably not the correct venue for fine works of art. In conclusion, would I do it again? Probably. It was kind of a lot of work. Like, basically to do this yard sale ended up being about 3 days of work for me. Like 2 half days actually doing the sale, and then like another full day basically to like set stuff up and break stuff down. I still have some things that I haven't put away, and it's like 4 days later. So in that sense, vending is a lot of work. So given that I have like a curated collection of things, it's not just random junk. Like I have collections, and I have antiques, and I have vintage stuff and interesting things. If I was gonna do vending, I would probably actually look for like a real vending opportunity where I could like set up a table and people are coming to look at the exact types of things that I have. And I am looking into those opportunities. So in the future, you may see some videos where I'm actually doing vending at like different shows or flea markets and stuff like that. I'd be into that. I like that local sort of thing, and it would be a nice complement to my eBay business, because there are some things that just need to be seen in person. Like there are some things that just, when they're examined and touched, you really get the experience of what that item is, and sometimes that doesn't always translate well online. So I look forward to doing more vending. I will probably still have a yard sale once a year just to clean out inventory. And it's a good chance to go through my store and go through my inventory, because I did discover a number of things that were not listed for sale. I discovered a number of things that I know for a fact had listings at one time, and so I don't know why those listings disappeared. I don't know if I canceled them at some point or they ended and I forgot to renew them. I don't know if eBay just magically made them disappear. I don't know, but it was good to go through that, and it was good to find out that like, oh hey, this isn't even listed for sale. Like, why is this taking up space in my warehouse when it's not even listed for sale? So I got all of that stuff sorted out. Also, I was able to donate quite a lot of stuff to some thrift stores. So I was able to support my local thrift stores that I source from all the time. And I went, on 2 different runs. I got rid of basically a truck bed worth of stuff out of my warehouse, and that's great. That makes room for a lot more stuff. I got rid of a lot of books, and I got rid of a lot of china, because both of those things tend to sell incredibly slowly. So here's to making room. I'll drink to this. Here's to making room for more inventory. Have a great 4th quarter, everyone. If you sell, have a great 4th quarter. I hope it's profitable. If you're buying, go find that cool stuff, bid on auctions, make offers, shop on eBay. I'll see you on the next video. Cheers. Guys, what just happened?
We got the entire Simpsons family.
You got the entire Simpsons family? I saw the original ones from the 90s, or from 1990. These toys are vintage. These came from eBay. Bought on eBay by my father-in-law. Thanks, Ted.